There is a moment that breaks many people, and it usually looks small from the outside. It is not a movie scene. It is not a dramatic speech. It is one bad phone call, one rejection email, one silent room after someone leaves, one morning where getting out of bed feels heavier than carrying a mountain. In that moment, most people do not need more information. They need something solid to stand on when life stops feeling fair. More than 2,000 years ago, a strange kind of strength began to take shape in ancient Greece, and later in Rome. It was not loud strength. It was not the strength of winning every fight, or controlling every outcome, or pretending nothing hurts. It was the strength of a person who could suffer loss, face fear, endure insult, and still choose their next step with a steady mind. That way of living became known as Stoicism, and for the people who truly understood it, it was never just philosophy. It was training for real life. Imagine a young man standing in a crowded marketplace in ancient Rome. People are shouting. Merchants are arguing. News is spreading about power, money, war, and scandal. Every day feels unstable. Every day, something can be taken from you. Your job, your health, your place in society, the people you love. In that world, a man named Epictetus taught one of the simplest and hardest lessons anyone can learn. Some things are in your control, and some things are not. That sounds small when you hear it once, but if you really understand it, it can change your whole life. Epictetus was not born powerful. He was born enslaved. He knew what it meant to have almost no control over the conditions around him. Yet he became one of the clearest voices on inner freedom the world has ever known. He taught that even when the body is trapped, the mind still has a choice. A person cannot always choose what happens, but they can choose how to meet it. That idea is easy to admire when life is calm. It becomes revolutionary when life turns against you. Now imagine another man, this time in the highest seat of power in the Roman Empire. His name is Marcus Aurelius. He was emperor, but his life was not comfortable in the way people imagine. He faced war, political pressure, betrayal, disease, and the constant burden of leading millions of people. His private writings, which later became known as meditations, were not written to impress anyone. They were reminders to himself. Stay calm. Do your duty. Stop complaining. Remember that praise means nothing. Remember that death comes for everyone. Remember that you still control your character. That is one of the most beautiful things about Stoicism. It worked for a slave and for an emperor. It was not built for one class of people or one kind of personality. It was built for human beings living in a world they cannot fully control. Picture someone in the modern world now. Maybe it is a student who studies hard and still fails. Maybe it is a father who loses his job and has to smile at dinner so his children do not see the fear in his face. Maybe it is a woman whose heart is shattered after giving years of love to someone who walks away like it meant nothing. Maybe it is a person fighting anxiety, waking up each day already tired from battles nobody else can see. Stoicism does not tell these people that pain is fake. It does not tell them to become cold. It tells them something harder and more useful. Pain is real, but panic is optional. Loss is painful, but self-destruction is a choice. Life can wound you deeply, but it does not get to define the person you become next. A lot of people misunderstand Stoicism because they think it means having no feelings. That is not what it means at all. A Stoic is not a stone. A Stoic feels grief, fear, anger, and disappointment just like anyone else. The difference is that a Stoic does not hand over the steering wheel to those emotions. They let the wave hit, but they do not build a house in the storm. Think about how most people react when adversity appears. They ask, why is this happening to me? Why now? Why again? Their mind starts building a story where they are cursed, singled out, or doomed. Then the suffering doubles, because now they are not only dealing with the event itself, they are also fighting the meaning they attached to it. Stoicism cuts through that noise with brutal honesty. This happened. It is here. Now, what is the right thing to do? That question changes everything. It pulls you out of self-pity and brings you back to action. Not grand action, not fake motivation, just the next right thing. Make the call. Tell the truth. Get out of bed. Take the walk. Do the work in front of you. Breathe before you answer in anger. Accept what you cannot change. Improve what you can. Endure what you must. The Stoics trained this way on purpose. They did not wait for disaster to practice discipline. They practiced before the storm. Some of them imagined losing comfort, status, or possessions so they would not be shattered if those things disappeared. Some ate simple food on purpose and wore rough clothing for short periods, asking themselves, "Is this what I feared?" They were teaching their minds that comfort is pleasant, but not necessary. They wanted freedom from dependency, because the more your peace depends on perfect conditions, the weaker your peace really is. This is where mental strength begins. Not in hype, not in pretending you are unstoppable. Real mental strength is quieter than that. It is the ability to remain useful when life becomes difficult. It is the ability to keep your values when pressure tries to buy them from you. It is the ability to suffer without turning cruel, to fail without surrendering your dignity, and to continue without needing applause. There is a story about a Stoic teacher named Musonius Rufus, who believed that hardship itself could be a kind of training. He argued that just as the body grows stronger through resistance, the mind grows stronger by meeting difficulty well. That does not mean you should chase suffering for no reason. It means that when suffering arrives, you do not have to waste it. You can let it sharpen you instead of shatter you. Look at the people who inspire us most. Usually, they are not the people who had the easiest lives. They are the people who went through fire and came out with something steady in them. They learned patience in waiting, courage in fear, humility in failure, and gratitude in loss. Adversity revealed them to themselves. Stoicism gives language to that process. The obstacle is not always blocking the path. Sometimes the obstacle is the path. That idea became famous through Marcus Aurelius and later through many others because it speaks to something timeless. The thing you fear might become the place where your character is built. The rejection might force honesty. The heartbreak might teach self-respect. The illness might strip life down to what matters. The humiliation might free you from needing constant approval. None of this means pain becomes pleasant. It means pain can become meaningful. Discipline is another part of Stoicism that people admire from a distance but struggle to live. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect in action. It is the decision to do what matters, even when your feelings argue against it. The Stoics understood that a person ruled by every impulse is not free. If your mood controls your actions, then your life belongs to weather. Discipline gives your life a backbone. Think of the small moments where this matters. You want to explode in anger, but you choose restraint. You want to waste another day, but you begin anyway. You want to complain, blame, scroll, hide, quit, and numb yourself, but instead, you sit still long enough to ask what this moment requires from you. That is Stoicism in real life. Not a quote on a wall, not an aesthetic, a daily decision. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, wrote about how people suffer more in imagination than in reality. That line still hits hard because it is true. So much of modern misery comes from rehearsing disasters that have not happened yet, replaying insults that should have expired, and chasing approval from people who are too lost to offer it. The mind becomes its own prison. Stoicism hands you a key by forcing you back into the present. What is true right now? What is in your hands right now? What deserves your energy right now? If you follow that practice honestly, your life becomes simpler, not easier, but cleaner. You stop trying to control people. You stop begging reality to be different. You stop making your peace depend on outcomes you do not own. You focus on effort, character, judgment, and action. You become harder to break because fewer things can own you. And this is why Stoicism has survived for centuries. It speaks to the person in the arena of life, not the person hiding from it. It is for the one who has been hit and must rise anyway. It is for the one who feels fear and still tells the truth. It is for the one who loses and still remains honorable. It is for the one who understands that strength is not found in controlling the world, but in governing the self. At the end of the day, Stoicism does not promise a painless life. It promises something better. It offers a way to become the kind of person who can face a painful life with courage, clarity, and discipline. It teaches that your mind can become a shelter, even when the world outside becomes a storm. It reminds you that character is built in private, that peace is earned through practice, and that adversity can become a teacher if you stop running from it. So when life presses hard against you, and it will, remember the old lesson that carried slaves, soldiers, leaders, and ordinary people through their darkest hours. You do not control the storm, but you still control how you stand in it. If you can learn that, really learn it, then no hardship will leave you empty. It will leave you stronger. If this spoke to you, keep walking with it, and come back for more.